Hi, so this video is to show you how to record a screencast video using Screencast-O-Matic to upload for math homework onto Schoology. So the first step you'll want to do is you'll want to go into the website Screencast-O-Matic. This is what you'll use to record your screen as you are going over the lesson for the students. When you go into the site, you'll click here, Launch Free Recorder. And a pop-up will pop up here that says, what do you want to do? And you'll click Open Recorder. Once you do that, there'll be a box that shows up on your screen. It's like a black and white box. And that's everything inside of that box is what will be recorded. So you'll want to make sure that your lesson or whatever it might be is all fitting inside of that box. So the next thing you'll do is you'll want to pull up your either Smart File or Google Doc or whatever it is that you are using to go over the lesson. I like to use Smart Files because you can use the tools right here and kind of interact with the lesson as you're doing it. And I create these Smart Files just by going into the lesson that we've done and taking screenshots of the important stuff on the screen. You could also just go into the actual math book and take screenshots from the book as well. One thing, you want to make sure that you're taking activities from the current day's lesson, but then also doing a preview of the next day's lesson. So taking a few activities from the next day to give students an idea of what they are going to see. So once you've gone over the lesson, so you'll go through it with the students, go through all the pages, kind of talk about, give them some problems to do. Once you've gone over that, you'll pause the video and a screen will come up that looks like this. So it'll ask, what do you want to do with this recording? You'll click Save as a Video File and you'll save it to your desktop. You can name it whatever you want. I usually choose to name it the name of the lesson, like Tarea, this one will be 2.17. You can name it however you want. Once you've saved it to your desktop, you are then going to go into YouTube to upload the video to YouTube. Now, this step is important because it's easier to upload the video onto Schoology if you have the YouTube URL. It's a little bit harder to import as a video file because you can't embed it into the homework. So when you are done saving the video file, when it's done loading, you'll go into YouTube. You'll just sign in with your school account. So mine is my Eden Prairie website account. You'll go into Upload a Video. And once you upload a video, you'll just select the file to upload here. And once you upload it, you'll just name it, give it a name. And then the important thing is you want to put it on as unlisted. Public means everyone can search for it. If it's private, that means that when students try to go into Schoology to look for it, they won't be able to see it. So you'll want to put it as unlisted, which means other people can't search for it, but if people have the link, they can still watch the video. Okay, so you'll put it as unlisted, you'll upload the video. When the video is finished uploading, you'll just want to select the URL, and then you're going to go back to Schoology. So here I am in my math folder for Schoology. I want to go in and add an assessment. So when I go in and add an assessment, I'm going to give it a name. I'll say practice. Okay, I'm going to give it a due date. You want to enable submissions. You can choose to enable from a certain date until a certain date, but it's just kind of easier to click enable. Category, you could choose a category if you have one, but I always choose ungraded, and you're going to create your assessment. From here, you're going to go in to the instructions, and this is where you're going to embed the video. So you're going to click Embed Image Media from the web, Media, and this is where you're going to put your link. So I'll just choose a random video that I've done in the past, and your video will now be embedded into the instructions. The only other thing that I change on this page in the assessment settings is I just click no for showing possible points for each question. You can choose to show them. I don't think it really matters. And then the other thing that I change is allow students to view results after an attempt is submitted. I click yes and with correct answers because I want students to be able to see the questions that they got wrong and what the correct answer should be. So once you do that, you can save it. This automatically saves the video up to your onto your Schoology page. The next thing you want to do is add some questions. So this is where you can kind of get creative. So over here on the side, there's lots of different types of questions you can create. And it just kind of depends on what you want the students to be able to do. Multiple choice obviously is a little bit easier for students because they have a chance of choosing the right answer. One of my favorites is fill in the blank text because students still have to calculate and come up with the answer themselves, but you can put in the answer here so that they can still see if their answer was right or wrong. Some other ones, short answer essay, the label image, if you want to put up a screenshot and have students drag in numbers to fill in the screenshot. That's another one that I've done before. So you can kind of play around with these question types and just kind of see which ones would be best to use for the questions that you came up with. Okay. Once you are done, you can choose if you want to preview. I obviously don't have any questions, so I have nothing to preview, but you can make sure that the questions look how you want them to. The questions will save automatically, so there's nothing that you'll need to save. They'll just automatically save onto the assessment that you've created. The final step will be to upload it to save it to the resources so that everyone else can see it and use it. So you'll save to resources. In the collection, you'll click on 4th grade Schoology or EHSI, and you'll go down here to Math Expressions homework videos. Right now we have folders for chapter 1 and 2. You'll want to create a chapter or a folder for whatever chapter you're using, and you can just drop it into that chapter. Okay, so that is the last step of creating the homework videos. I hope this has been helpful, and you can reach out to me with any more questions. Thank you.